I'm not going to attack with everything, but I think I'm going to attack with, well, not this one either. All of those. Well, actually not. It's stupid. I'm going to attack with just those two. Because our opponent can't really do anything. So we're getting a lot of life. And I think we got this, right? If my math serves me correctly. And turn. Yeah. We just got an Angel of Destiny win. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today's video is gonna be a brawl deck, and it's gonna be the beginning of a 34 episode series, which is every week I'm gonna bring you a commander that's from a color. That makes sense, right? Every week I'm gonna bring you a different colored commander. We're gonna follow the Wooburg pattern. That's gonna be the idea. Another thing before we start with the intro, thank you so much for all the support in the last couple of videos. We're getting a lot of subs, and that's fantastic. It really helps continue this sometimes. I don't do it because of the subs, I do it because I like it. But you know, it feels very good to do something you like and then you have support. That's really cool. I don't know if you guys stay for the amazing gameplay, the dumb jokes, or just the overall vibes, but either way, I really hope you guys keep supporting, and you know, it's really very appreciated, and I love that. Thank you so much for that. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm gonna need a little bit of input from you guys, so in the comments, you know, after every episode, let's try and suggest some commanders for the next color, you know. So this is white, next color is gonna be blue. Tell me who you want to see next in a video. If not, I'll maybe put like a community post with 3 or 4 commanders, and you guys can also input there, or I can just choose something I like or I think it's going to be interesting. We'll see. Your input is going to be very important and extremely appreciated, but the series is gonna keep going, so I hope you come along this journey with me. So very long intro already, I'm sorry. In brawl videos we do something a lot more simple on intros, so I'm just gonna talk a little bit about the commander, which in this case I chose Delney, Streetwise Lookout. It's a fantastic card that says creatures you control with power 2 or less cannot be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater, which is fantastic. If an ability of a creature you control with power 2 or less triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. We have a lot of smaller creatures, we also have a lot of bigger ones, as you can see, but most of them are gonna have like power 2 or less. Moonshaker Cavalry is a game ender. Sun Titan will be very helpful to get good things out of the graveyard. Evangel of Eliod, it's only a 1/3 for 6. Terrible, but it creates 1/1 white soldier creature tokens equal to your devotion to white. So it's pretty easy to create like 20 creature tokens if you have Delney on the battlefield in just a turn. Elish Norn doubles the ETB triggers. Reverend Hoplite, it's just like Evangel of Eliod. It's a 1/2 for 5 that creates tokens equal to the devotion to white. Angel of Destiny gives you life, and it's a game ender. You're gonna see that in a games. Elspeth doubles the amount of tokens. Season of the Borrow creates tokens, exile non-land permanents, and you can also return things from the graveyard to the battlefield and make them indestructible. Fantastic. Anointed Procession will double the tokens you create. Mangara will make that if your opponent attacks you with 2 or more creatures, you draw cards, and whenever they cast their second spell each turn, you draw cards, but it's only a 2/4, so it doubles the triggers with Delney. Rock's Faith Commander makes you gain twice that much life if you would gain life. You know, there's a lot of stuff that goes around these types of strategies with lifelink and token creation, but you need to survive until you get your pieces on the battlefield, and so for that you have things like Ephemerate to protect your creatures and get extra ETBs, Giver of Runes to protect your creatures. Mana Tithe is a very good white counter. Swords to Plowshares to kill your opponent's threats. I forgot, Brave the Elements to protect your creatures against a specific color. Dawn's Truce will protect your board as well. Reprieve, it's a sort of counter, let's put it that way. Selfless Spirit to protect your creatures, giving them indestructible. Grand Abolisher will help you be safe on your turns at least. Swift-foot boots will give, usually you want to put it on Delney, but it will give cube creature X-proof and haste as well. Eerie interlude, you can exile every single one of your creatures and then get it back. Lauren to deal with target artifacts and enchantments. You know, there's a lot of stuff you can do here. Skyclave apparition, Werefox bodyguard to keep you protected, and then just start putting your pieces on the battlefield and then go all out crazy, insane. But anyway, this was a very big intro, also thanks to the thank yous and stuff at the beginning. The next couple of episodes it won't be as big, I'm sure. I really hope you enjoy the video. Since we don't do the final thoughts as usual, I'm gonna ask that if you like the video, please don't forget to leave that comment, like, share, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And I'm not gonna waste any more of your time. Let's jump right into the games. Oh, Zoraline. I haven't really played against this this deck, so it must be fun. Sure, I'll keep. Why not? What was I going to say? Oh, I'm a little sick and I apologize. I'm sure I said that in the intro, but if my energy isn't as top-notch as usual, Jesus, that was loud, sorry, then that's the reason. I will try though and be as normal as possible. I really like this art on Zoraline, I don't know, on this bat thingy. Nowhere to run the Interland Sanctifier. That's fine as hell. I think I'm not gonna go straight to Delney because I don't really have anything crazy to do. Combat, choose one that isn't choosing during your last. Okay, he's gonna create one most likely. What's this? Destroy target enchantment. Do I want to destroy that? I think I will. You know, I think I will. I should have done that before, but he only gets a 1/1, so nothing that really worries me at this point. So next turn I'll Smothering Tide, and then I will most likely start gaining a little bit of an advantage on our opponent because of the treasures we're going to be creating. I'll trade. I don't really care. It's better to trade this than to let... I'll wait. I'm gonna keep the original plan. Smothering Tide is something that, unless our opponent doesn't really have anything to play, is not gonna play the 2. So right now we have a lot of mana. We don't really need that much more. Okay, Sun Titan makes me play Delney with a lot more confidence. So I can actually go with Delney and Lauren, destroying the monument and the doll maker shop. That was a pretty good turn, and now if our opponent kills Delney, I will just let it go to the graveyard and just play Sun Titan next turn, which we have enough mana because of the treasure the Smothering Tide gave us. So all good in the hood so far. Okay, that's kind of worse. Okay, but at least our opponent is definitely not gonna you know what? I think I'll just Elish Norn and I'll pass turn. Hopefully I will be able to draw a card. And now with Smothering Tide, okay, so our opponent exile target creature. That's also fine. That does nothing because of Elish Norn. Wonderful. And we'll both draw a card. You cannot pay, so another treasure. Soul Warden is decent as well. I'll just attack. I could have attacked with Delney, but I'd rather Delney stand back and just heal for a little. this one seems to be going our way, but we're playing against Orzhov, so you know, a lot of board wipes. And the win! Smothering Tide really made a difference. We drew a lot of lands also, but Smothering Tide and the Elesh Norn really made a difference in this game, and we're gonna start gaining some life, you know. Didn't really have anything except Interland Sanctifier to bring back. I usually wait for Sun Titan to hit something like a Delney, but all good. Let's get into another one against Radagast the Brown. I have no idea who this creature is, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty good. So is my hand, I think. Actually, it seems pretty interesting as a commander. Reminds me of what's the other one that doesn't like creatures to share a creature type? I don't think it's Keenan. Is it Keenan? I don't think it is. Pretty sure it has blue in it and green. It might be Keenan. No, it's Volo. Yeah, it's Volo. I'm pretty sure it's Volo. Great deck, so okay. I wouldn't mind something like an Arcane Signet or whatever, but not now. I will go with the Oketra's Monument next turn, just to start making things cheaper, you know. That will make it easier. Well, it's green, it will easily destroy my Oketra's Monument, but it is what it is. If that happens, there's not a lot I can do, so. Okay. It is hella weird that our opponent really hasn't done anything except this. I'm not gonna protect it. I think that's too much of a bother because of a monument, you know. I would much rather have protection for Delney or any of my creatures, you know. It's rough, but we'll survive. Okay, finally we're back in action. Okay, we are. Took a while, but we are. I can go with Delney. Gain some life. Now the Ocelot. Gain some more life. And now we have stuff to you know, to sacrifice. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty. You gotta love it. So now we have stuff to sacrifice if needed. Okay. Gaining some more life. So that goes to the... I'm sorry if you're hearing a dog. I'm sure you are. It's my one of my neighbors' dogs, Simba. He loves to bark at everyone, but he's a good boy. That was a hell of a draw, and I'm immediately going to destroy this thing and get the win. Let's go. The power of drawing the best cards in your deck. Huh? Who would have thought?
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Not me. Let's get into another one against Priestly Bill, Spine Sower, I guess. Okay, this is decent. We have a lot of ramp. Sorry, I needed to cough again. I really need to go get some water. Okay, that's actually perfect, but I'm just gonna focus on ramping, making things smaller, cheaper I mean. So next turn, Reliquary Tower and Oketra's Monument. And the turn after we can actually, I think, yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. We can actually go with Delney and the Werefox Bodyguard, so that's actually perfect. For us at least. Also with the Raise the Past, in hand, we have a chance of getting other. I'm actually gonna go with that one. So Delney will create a little thingy, and I'm not gonna go with the bodyguard right now. I'm gonna let him play out his turn, see what he does. So I'm gonna go with now with the Werefox bodyguard. I'll take out the Bristly Bill and the Scoot Swarm, obviously, because those two are gonna go insane. So 1 and 2. And now we have jump blockers and stuff like that, so pretty decent. We didn't really let our opponent get a chance of Scoot Swarming it up, which is always nice to see. Next turn, I guess we only have Angel of Destiny to kind of play, so... Okay, Ankle Biter. That sucks, you know? There's Death Touch. I guess... Nah, I'm gonna take 5 for now. For now, I'm still pretty happy with the 5. Okay, Wojak Investigator. We can actually play both, so let's do it. Get more cards. Make it easier for ourselves to... more cards, more creatures. Make it easier for ourselves to... I'm gonna attack with these two. I doubt he'll block, so I'll gain 2 life. Well, it doubles, so 4 life in this case. But hopefully we'll get to investigate with the investigator. So now that's gonna go crazy. If he attacks with the biter, I'll put a lot of stuff in front of it. So let's say if he attacks with 3, I'll put 3 of these little guys in front of the biter, and I'll take 5 again. No worries. Or I might just take 1 actually, but let's see what he does. Okay, saddling. So he's gonna put counters on target creature, doubling the counters on another one, right? Yep, double the counters. I'll just jump block there. There's really no need for me to worry that much about that little creature. Give me something good, man. Not what I wanted, but I'm gonna crack one actually. I have enough to swift footboots. Okay, that's much better. Nothing that I can actually kill, but still pretty decent. I am going to do this and equip it on Delney. I want to protect my Delney, even though I know I'm playing against the mono green. So you know, the dangers are not as prevalent, but still we're getting a lot of life, so that's always nice. And we have a bunch of blockers, so we can probably survive a turn if our opponent doesn't like Crater Hoof Behemoth or something crazy like that. So maybe it's possible. Okay, so that's not ideal, because now our opponent cannot use that to block, and that sucks. That definitely sucks. We need something to take that out. We can try, and we need to survive just a couple. Well, actually no, it cannot block, so I don't care about that one either. I'm fine with that. Because of Delney, creatures that control power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures power 3 or greater. So now our opponent just has 2 blockers. I will keep jump blocking, you know, the 10-10 at least. Actually, I'll chump block both. Figures. I'll chump block both because I kinda need the life to remain as it is. The beginning of your end step, so that seems fine and dandy. Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's definitely this one because I'm gonna be oh, I'm not. I'm actually not. Well, I can. Should I? I will. Why not? Gonna be creating 2 more. There's nothing I can kill there, so doesn't really matter. It's just another body. And I think I'm not gonna attack with everything, but I think I'm going to attack with well, not this one either. All of those. Well, actually not. It's stupid. I'm gonna attack with just those 2. Because our opponent can't really do anything, so we're getting a lot of life. And I think we got this, right? If my math serves me correctly. And turn. Yeah. We just got an Angel of Destiny win. Cannot complain at all. Against a mono green bristly bill spine sower deck. You know these decks go crazy, but I think we maneuvered the game pretty decently. Let's get into another one. Okay, so we're playing against Vazriket. Isn't that another Planeswalker or something? No? Yeah, it is. So I guess Planeswalkers as commanders are a thing now. I just kept because, you know, Alcatra's Monument is interesting. The One Ring might get us out of some binds, and, you know, Raise the Past might work out here. But not the best hand. Especially if the game keeps giving us only mana. Okay, so at least not mana. We're starting to see other cards in our decks, that's fine. I would kinda want something more interesting though. Okay, what's that? Does not. Okay, that's actually perfect. So I'll Guide of Souls, create a little token. Now I'll Delney, create token, get 2, 3 I guess. Yeah, exactly. 3 energy counters, and I have an Ephemerate to kind of protect Delney or the Guide of Souls, so we'll see. Oh dear lord. Of course. Why wouldn't my opponent have a Day of Judgment? It would be absolutely insane. Okay, let's go, you know. We have erased the past, we're not that worried. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing, keep 1 mana open. We're gonna get Guide of Souls eventually. Okay, perfectly fine, do not care about that. Torch to Plowshares. No, I don't want to rebound that. I'll just go with the Elspeth. And I'll create some soldiers. Now. Okay, no attacks. Let's see, because Elspeth is a bigger threat than Delney, for sure. But I also now understand why Vazriket was chosen as a... So they have +1/+1 and Vigilance. Why he was chosen as a commander? That -6 is crazy, and he's so cheap that he can just, you know, cast it again and again and again if needed. Yeah, okay, that's fine. We got more land because of course we do. What does this do? Other amount of mana. So these are soldiers, these are warriors. Sure, I'll go with soldiers, why not? And each creature I control, they gain flying. Yeah, I'll rather create a couple more tokens. Now we'll just draw one card to see what we get. Okay, that's actually pretty decent. Creating a couple more things. Now we can actually attack with everything because he cannot block. So we're gonna lose unless we block with the investigator, which I doubt I will. Mainly because we kinda need stuff to... Okay. We kinda need stuff. Oh, but we're protected, right? Or let me see. No, I gain protection, not my things. Okay, so I'll block with one of these because who cares? And yeah, I need to draw cards, so I'm fine with that. I have to be. Okay, S%. First, I'm gonna do this. See what we get. Okay, a shitty land. Now I'm gonna do that again. Let's see what we get now. Another shitty land, because why not, right? That is exactly my point, always. Why not? And I'm just gonna attack because no blockers. Nah, I just have that. I'm gonna wait for a little more stuff in my graveyard, which has been rough. So we can take a lot of damage, but I can also just jump block that and get the win. This was a terrible game in terms of draws, man. We drew a lot of land. The only thing that made us win was Delney's other ability that creatures I control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with power 3 or greater. My opponent was always proliferating, so you know that was the only reason we got to win this game. But anyway, let's see what happens next. Iluna, Apex of the Wishes against Scales the Fervent. This hand seems pretty decent. We have a turn 1 play, we can protect things. Yeah, it seems nice. We'll just want a Guide of Souls as well, and I'll be a happy camper. Okay, so 2, there's not a lot we can do about that. So let's just keep things moving and turn. Well, one thing's for sure, with the Cavern we don't really fear any counters on Delney at least, so that makes me a little bit better. Okay, nothing really happening with my opponent, not even cracking the strand. It's kind of weird, but to each their own, I guess. Human, right? Yeah, human. Okay, and we're gonna go with it. Screw it. If our opponent has removal, he has removal. There's not a lot I can do about that, so let's hope it doesn't. We'll attack and just pass turn. I guess that was the thing that was holding priority. Next turn I will most likely try and Tokazia's Welcome, you know, unless I get another land. If I get another land, I will Voice of Victory and then keep a Dawn's Truce up. Okay, so now we got into the real possibility of removal coming, you know. When you see the red, when you see the blacks and the whites and stuff like that, that's when things get dangerous. Yeah, I think I'll just go with that. There's not a real point of me. We just got the win. Our opponent couldn't handle all the nothing that was happening. I don't know why people give up so fast, man. I keep saying that Brawl needs... I know it's Commander. Commander is supposed to be Commander-like. I mean, Commander is not competitive, I know. But if there's not like a ranked, or if you're not playing for some prizes or whatever, like people will just give up on turn 1. If you put like a very strong card on the battlefield on turn 1, people will just give up. And I speak against myself, I do the same thing, so I don't know. Let's see if we can find another game. Hey guys, let's see if we can go for one more game. Beetle03 the Brilliant with Esika, God of the Tree. It's a crazy ass deck. When it pops off, it goes insane. Destroy target enchantment. I think the Prismatic Bridge is the I'll keep, just because of the Trap and Charm. Honestly, the Trap and Charm. I think Prismatic Bridge is the main thing to worry about here, so we'll see. We will see. I was gonna go with that because I'm an idiot. I'm gonna go with Voice of Victory now, just to, you know, it's something that if Delney gets to actually go on the battlefield next turn, we might have at least a little bit of a showing of what Delney can do. I guess it's a very dangerous commander. People kill it. It's almost on sight in a lot of games, so but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Let's just go all out here. Why not, you know? If it survives one turn, I'm solid, because we have Brave the Elements next. You know, we also have the Witch Enchanter to kill or take out the Prismatic Bridge. I don't know if it's gonna survive though. Okay, the Slasher. I'll definitely take the Slasher. Don't get me wrong, it's not fantastic, but I will definitely take it. Target creature. Twice the number of creatures you control to target creatures. So we can actually... Yeah, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Since we have the Witch Enchanter and we already have mana, we can kill the Prismatic Bridge when it gets. I think I'm gonna do this there, because it deals 6, so it's gonna die. It's not gonna be able to block because it enters tap. I can just attack, kill a bunch of stuff. Unfortunately, there's no life gain for the Ocelot Pride this turn, but we'll see what happens on the next one. Maybe I was a little bit too greedy, you know. Like, if we had life gain, that would probably be a better, what's it called? A better play, but I guess we did not. Okay, so that's not dumb at all. That's actually very smart. Taking out the Ocelot with it, it's actually very smart. Yeah, why not? It's only 2, but I don't really have anything else, so I'll pay. And I'll attack now. He can block 1, but he loses the Sentinel. If not, he'll lose 7 life, I guess. 4, 6, 7, yep. Okay, so good. He loses the Sentinel. And now we have Brave the Elements that will hopefully help us out a little bit. Okay, we can end the match pretty quickly next turn if there's not like a board wipe or something coming. He's going to Prismatic Bridge. Yeah, this is a very dangerous card. Okay, Soul Partition. Let us try and brave the elements here. Okay, and we got the win. Brave the elements for the goddamn win. Let's go. So I think I'm gonna leave it here. I think we have about 5 wins. This is a pretty fun deck. We don't really do final thoughts. We just go a little, you know, we just talk a little at the end. If this is your first time watching Brawl here, go watch another couple of videos. I have a couple on my channel. If not, you have a lot of standard and stuff like that. But yeah, I really enjoyed this deck. Let me know down in the comments what commander you want to see next, you know, in Brawl. I think we're gonna go with blue next, right? Because Wooberg, it's blue, I think. So I need to confirm, but I'm pretty sure it is. So next we're gonna have a mono blue commander. So that's fantastic. Let me know what you think about this as a video, let's call it series. This was episode number 1. I'm gonna keep doing them because I really enjoy Brawl. So but I really want your input in what commanders should be next. If you guys want, I can do like a community post as well, suggesting 1 or 2 commanders, you know, and you can choose from that list, or 3 or 4 or whatever, and you guys can choose from that list. I don't know, just let me know how you want this to play out next. I'm open to discussion and to suggestions. And if you enjoy the video, please don't forget to leave that like, comment, share, subscribe, you know, do all of that good stuff. Again, like I said in the intro, 216 subs today. Fantastic, really. We had from the last video or last couple of videos, we had a huge growth, and that's all thanks to you guys. So brilliant. I really do appreciate it. Let's keep the ball going to the 250 sub goal. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.